Hey, good morning, everybody. And good morning, Ignacio. W5SLG sent me an email I'm going to address right now. This applies to anyone using a transceiver, trying to get a DAW going, with the DAP system going, with the USB audio codecs while running Banana. This question was in regards to a 7300. Looks like he's got it all set, ready to go. Let me just pop this open quick, and I'll show you the picture I have. Hold on. Ooh, it's kind of going sideways on me. It's kind of a blurry picture. Let me get over to the other screen. So this is the picture he sent me. So it looks like he's got the microphone. He's got audio in the microphone. He's got B1 active. He's got B2 active. And he's got this backwards. So he should have B2 active on channel 1, B1 active on the aux strip. This is the voice meter aux strip right here. Okay. So he's got to reverse that. So I'm going to go through exactly how to make this work and get the audio into the 7300. Here we go. We're going over to the other screen. This isn't going to take long. Okay. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure your sample rates are all the same. Check your USB audio codec. Okay, let's go into sounds. Let's open up the sounds panel. Go to playback. Check your USB audio codec. Properties. Advanced. 48 kilohertz. Sweet. Go to recording. USB audio codec. This is for the ICOM. Advanced. 48 kilohertz. Beautiful. Done. Now what you wanted to do is come over here to Banana. We need to set up Banana and your DAW, and I'll show you. I don't know, Ignacio, if you're running Cakewalk DAW or if you're running the VST host DAW on TX. I'll show you both. Okay, so, and they're both set up exactly the same. So the first thing you want to do, make sure you see audio coming in through the microphone right here. Make sure B2 is on. I always make sure mono is on. Mono, mono. And come over here to the aux strip. Make sure B1 is on. Okay, the next thing you want to set up before you leave Banana, you see these three buttons up here. Excuse me. A1 is for your primary sound card. So you're using the Mackie. So you want to make sure. You'll see I have a Mackie ASIO driver. If I was using the Mackie, I would select that on ASIO. Okay, make sure whatever you're using. A1, I set up always as my, anytime that an A1 button is turned on, it pushes that audio directly to the card and bypasses everything else. Okay, so if A1, if you want to monitor your audio, post-processing, in other words, post DAW, the way it's going out to the radio, you can click A1 right here on the aux channel strip. All right, but if you want to monitor it directly, microphone into the card, you can click A1 in the microphone channel strip over here on the left, right here. Okay, so that being said, now what you need to do is you need to set up one of these extra ones. Of course, one, if you're set up to monitor the transceiver, right? Let's deal with a monitor of the transceiver, your audio from the transceiver, right? That's, if you want to set that up so it comes into voice meter so you can distribute that wherever you want it to go. Let's say you want to send it over to the RxDAP. Well, the first thing you need to do, go back to your sounds panel, go to recording, go to your USB audio codec, go to listen. You'll see right here, it says voice meter input. That is, and you click listen to device, listen to this device. This will send your audio from your transceiver to voice meter. All right, make sure listen's checked. Okay, apply, okay, done. That's done. Okay, so the transceiver, you should see audio coming in. This is on the receive side. Now, if you want to send it to the RxDAP, right, let me get this off the screen. This is for receive. Okay, for receive. You want to set up a virtual audio cable on either A2 or A3. Mine is set up on A3, so I have virtual audio cable 1 on A3. So this will take the audio. So if I turn this up, and I'm on a dummy load, so I don't know if you may not get anything coming through, unfortunately. Probably not. Because you'd see the meter moving here. If it wasn't on a dummy load, I could show you. So that will send the audio from the transceiver to the input of cable 1. Right? This right here. And then over in VST host, what you do is you set up wave, go to wave, device, wave, and you set the input to line 1 virtual audio cable. And that will pick up the output of that cable, and it will process your audio on the DAP. And of course, the output port is set to your primary card. In your case, it would be the Mackie, whatever you're using. And there you go. I run a 500 sample, 96 bits per second. 500 sample seems to be stable on my system. Of course, make sure your sample rate is the same, 48 kilohertz. Click OK. Done. All right. Back to the TX side. Here we go. So we're going to go back to the TX side. So once you have the TX side, the input of your mic strip, you have B2 turned on and you have B1 turned on over on the aux strip over here. Now you need to go to your DAW, which in my instance, I'm running Cakewalk as a DAW, but I don't do any processing except brick wall filtering because I'm running a rack. So I pass the audio virtually to the ICOM. Actually, all my radios virtually. So to get the audio into the ICOM, the first thing you need to do is make sure B1 is on. Come over here and click Edit in your DAW. Go to Preferences. Go to Playback and Recording. Make sure driver mode is in ASIO. Okay. Now go up to Devices, and you're going to see in your input drivers and output drivers, you're going to see voice meter. You're going to see all of these different selections. Ignore the selections I have because I have a lot of crap that I plug in and out here. You're going to want to select voice meter aux virtual ASIO VM-V 1 and 2. Only this checkbox for now. Just this checkbox input, same checkbox on the output. Once you do that, click Apply. Okay, done. At that point, when you talk into the microphone, you should see the meter light up in the DAW, and you should see the meter light up over here in Banana. In the aux strip, you see this meter moving? That means it's working. Okay, you can check your audio by clicking A1, put on a set of cans, make sure your speakers are down, and you can check it, make sure everything sounds okay. It's going to be a little latency there. Now you need to pipe that audio to the ICOM. So come up here, choose one of these, A2 or A3, whatever you got going. You'll notice I have A2 selected in the aux strip. And what you want to do is you want to send that, set that to, you could probably choose any of these, MME, KS, WDM. I use WDM, seems to be very stable. This in select speakers, speakers, USB audio codec. That will put the audio virtually into the ICOM. All right. Once you do that, if you key the rig, you should see audio. You should see meter deflection on the mic gain, the ALC. If you don't, what you're going to have to do, I'm going to walk you through this. It's in my other tutorials. Go to the ICOM. This is for 7300. Go to Menu and go to Set. Go to Connectors and go to Data Off Mod. Select USB in the Data Off Mod. I have now, if you go to, you hit the down arrow, you'll see Data Mod. So I have USB selected there as well. So Data Off Mod, you want USB, and Data Mod, you want USB. What that will do, it will allow the ICOM to take take audio and push it through the USB cable virtually. So that has to be done. All right, so yeah, it's not going to work if you don't do that because it's looking for audio at the front input jack through, let's say, a Heil cable or a fist mic. Once that's done, you should see it and it should work. One thing I wanted to mention, you know how on the multifunction knob, you have the ability to set the ALC, the mic gain. Well, that doesn't work anymore. So you have to go back into Menu, Set, Connectors, and scroll up or down until you see USB Mod Level. That becomes your ALC adjustment. Excuse me. So what I do, mine is set to 41%, and I find that to work really well for my setup, but I am running a rack. You could set it to 50%. If you're having a problem getting the ALC under control with running this system, go in and readjust the USB mod level down, maybe too hot. Okay, so once that's done, basically over here on the screen right here, this fader gain on the aux slider becomes your ALC adjustment. So if you see the ALC's too low, you can take this and move it up. If it's too hot, you can move it down, and that will directly affect your ALC. And that is post DAW. That's post processing. So it's not going to change the way you sound. It's going to change the gain hitting the ALC in the radio. Hopefully that helps so you can get it going. We'll catch y'all later. Have a good day. I'll be back. I have some really exciting stuff regarding an ICOM 7610 I'll share with you guys at some point today. 7-3.